structure is all about chemical structure. What is in that product? And not only the good principles that are in a natural product, but we also need to know anything that is potentially unsafe. So we have the instruments in our labs that basically few other companies have that allow us to characterize every single compound that is present in these natural products. And natural products are complicated. They have hundreds of different compounds often. And so it's very important to characterize all of those so we know when an extract is standardized to an active component, let's say 5% of some active component, we also know what the other 95% are. So that's important because people need to rest assured that we know what we're selling. I think a good example would be ginkgo. Ginkgo, we are standardizing to 27% of flavin glycosides and 7% of terpene lactones. But what are the other 60-some% in that extract? And we know what these are. There's a lot of other compounds that we have characterized that are basically behaving neutral, that don't have any adverse effects. And we also make sure we're getting rid of a compound called ginkgolic acid, which is present in the unextracted ginkgo leaves that can be toxic. And ginkgolic acid has been removed in our process to extremely low levels, 10 times lower than what's standard in the industry.
Once we've selected a company, a source, a raw ingredient that we think is really good, we'll select that, then we'll test it. Many times we'll test raw ingredients from 2 or 3 different sources, and we will confirm whatever their certificate of analysis said, and that gives us even more information and perhaps better information so that we can make a decision which way to go forward. And as I said, our homework is never done. We're always kind of, once we create a product, then it becomes our baby, and right until, right through the process, even a year later, 2 years later, things may change. Maybe a particular provider of a raw ingredient may change, but we're constantly looking at those things. So we'll be, spot checking. We'll be asking, okay, can you analyze this again and make sure it's the same product that it was 6 months ago or a year ago? And we guard very jealously the products that we create because we always feel like that's our baby.
The first step is very crude separation, and after that we take the material and we do some fine step separation. We use the state-of-the-art instrumentation like high-performance liquid chromatography, HPLC. That's the acronym for that. And a lot of times we also use counter-current chromatography. We get these compounds separated into a single molecule. And after that, we took the molecule. We have to figure out the structure. And normally, we use mass spectrometer. We use nuclear magnetic resonance and trying to figure out structure. For mass spectrometry, what it does is you have a molecule was bombarded by electron, and the molecule was shattered into a number of fragments. From the fragmentation pattern, we'll be able to determine the structure by comparison with our huge database. So that's one way to do the structure work. And the other instrumentation, nuclear magnetic resonance, that will give you the proton resonance signals, the carbon resonance signals. From those resonance signals, we also can know the structure characteristic of this molecule. And also by establishing the correlation between the proton and carbon, then we can further get more information on the molecule. So this way, by combine the NMR, combine the mass spec, and also using ultraviolet, infrared, all this information combined together, then we arrive a structure. So that's how we do the structure determination.